In the heart of northwestern China lies a landscape that looks too surreal to be real. Imagine mountains, streaked with bold reds, fiery oranges, and layers of lavender and gold. It's called Zhangye Danxia, or more famously, China's Rainbow Mountains. But how did these vivid colors form in such perfect harmony? This is not just a scenic wonder, it's a geological mystery written in stone. Zhangye Danxia wasn't always a kaleidoscope. 250 million years ago, this region was buried beneath oceans. Layer upon layer of sandstone and silt settled, each with its own unique pigment. Over time, these deposits hardened, until tectonic forces lifted them skyward and began sculpting a masterpiece of color and stone. Each hue in the Rainbow Mountains is a clue. Red layers contain iron oxide, the same compound that gives Mars its rust-red tint. Yellows hint at limonite, while purples suggest mixtures of minerals from ancient floods. These colors aren't painted, they're born from chemistry, pressure, and time. Nature's palette is deeper, older, and more precise than any brush could recreate. 60 million years ago, two giant landmasses collided, the Indian and Eurasian plates. This tectonic clash not only birthed the Himalayas, it also twisted and uplifted the Danxia formations, exposing their colorful secrets. But these mountains didn't rise overnight. Erosion, wind, and rain acted like sculptors, revealing patterns hidden for eons. As tourism booms, the fragile Danxia terrain faces a dilemma. Too many footsteps can crush delicate formations that took millions of years to form. Protecting this living canvas means finding balance between awe and respect. Zhangye Danxia isn't just a photo spot. It's a geological archive, and we're its stewards now. Under the changing light of dawn and dusk, Zhangye Danxia transforms. The same ridge can appear crimson at sunrise, then fade to gold by afternoon. It's not an illusion, it's a dance between sunlight and mineral crystals. Photographers chase these transitions, but scientists study them too. Every shift offers insight into the mountain's composition and texture. Locals believe the mountains were painted by the gods. One tale tells of a warrior's blood staining the hills after battle. Another says a rainbow fell from the sky and shattered into the land. While science explains the layers, stories give them soul. Zhangye Danxia is where geology and mythology meet, both ancient, both alive. Geologists classify Zhangye Danxia as a red bed landform. That means sedimentary rock layers rich in iron, baked over eons. Each color band tells a story of ancient rivers, deserts, and climate shifts. By analyzing their sequence, scientists decode Earth's environmental history. One colorful clue at a time. Wind and rain are both artist and eraser here. They carve canyons, shape pillars, and sometimes fade the vivid tones. But they also expose new layers, revealing shades unseen for centuries. Zhangye Danxia is in constant evolution. A reminder that even ancient beauty is never truly still. Most visitors snap a photo and leave. But beneath the main ridges lie untouched valleys, home to rare plant life and fossils. Scientists like Lin Wei come not for beauty, but for buried evidence. Each fossil fragment or pollen grain deepens our timeline. Zhangye Danxia is more than visual, it's historical. Each slope of Zhangye Danxia creates its own tiny world. Sun-facing ridges are dry and windswept, while shaded valleys retain moisture, supporting mosses and rare desert blooms. These microclimates form from the mountain's jagged shape, not chance. Even the color layers affect heat absorption, subtly shaping ecosystems. The name Danxia translates to rosy cloud. It originally described a different region, but its poetic essence fits here too. Today, Danxia landforms define a family of formations across China, all formed by layered red sandstones and tectonic uplift. But Zhangye is the most vibrant and the most iconic. Rain doesn't just erode, it sculpts. Over thousands of years, water carved sharp ridges, flat towers, and wave-like curves. Every unique formation you see was once buried, now revealed by patient destruction. The artistry lies in slow motion. A masterpiece born from collapse. NASA scientists once visited Zhangye Danxia, not for tourism, but to study Earth's closest match to Martian terrain. The iron-rich soil, the layering, the dryness, all mirror what rovers found on Mars. Understanding Danxia may help decode another planet. Sometimes, looking outward starts by looking inward. Away from the main trails, silence settles like dust. No engines, no chatter, only the soft whisper of wind over rock. Lin Wei says this is when you truly hear the mountains. Not with ears, but with awareness. Zhangye Danxia speaks slowly. And if you're still enough, it speaks to you too. Though the formations are ancient, human presence here is relatively new. Early explorers and scientists first documented Danxia landscapes in the 20th century. Since then, walkways and viewing decks have been added, both preserving and altering the view. Each step is now a negotiation. How do we admire without destroying? The vibrant bands grab your eyes, but there's more beyond color. Underneath lie faults, fractures, and ancient seismic scars. Zhangye Danxia is also a record of violence, earthquakes, upheavals, collapse. What appears soft and serene today was once torn apart by tectonic fury. For young geologists, Zhangye Danxia is more than a destination, it's a classroom. Here they don't learn from books, but from boulders, cliffs, and mineral traces. Each layer becomes a lesson in time, pressure, and change. Lin Wei often brings students here to teach them that the earth doesn't speak fast, but it always speaks. Though it looks dry today, Danxia was once laced with rivers. Millions of years ago, streams carried minerals that painted the land. Fossilized ripples and riverbeds still run beneath the surface. Water shaped what time preserved, leaving behind pigment trails that turn to stone. With global exposure comes pressure. Social media has turned Zhangye Danxia into a viral sensation. But what draws attention can also cause harm: off-trail photos, drone crashes, trash. Lin Wei often reminds visitors, beauty is not invincible. We must admire the colors, without leaving scars of our own. Geologists often treat Zhangye Danxia like a color-coded map of time. Each band, from deep maroon to pale yellow, represents a shift in Earth's history. Some colors signal oxygen-rich eras, others dry periods or ancient flooding. Reading the mountains means reading time itself, backwards, in brilliant stripes. And Lin Wei, he's fluent in this language of stone. These rocks are ancient, but they're not silent. On a warm day, you can hear tiny crackles, the stone expanding with heat. At night, it contracts, whispering a different story. Zhangye Danxia breathes in cycles we rarely notice. But Lin Wei listens. Because even in stillness, the earth is always alive. Zhangye Danxia wasn't formed by eruptions or cataclysm. It was born through silence, sediment settling grain by grain. A mountain range, sculpted not in minutes, but over millions of years. It's proof that beauty doesn't always come from force. Sometimes it comes from patience. Most visitors see only red, yellow, and orange. But in certain lights, shades of blue and violet appear, faint but real. These rare hues often sit deep in narrow canyons, away from sun and sound. They're a quiet reminder, not all beauty is obvious. Some colors wait. For those who look closer. Zhangye Danxia's colors attract tourists, but its data attracts scientists. From climate records to tectonic insights, this land is a multi-layered archive. Its true value isn't just in photos, but in the knowledge it yields. Lin Wei believes that beauty should lead to questions, and questions should lead to understanding. Every mountain whispers a different story, but Zhangye Danxia sings in full color. Its layers are echoes of oceans, deserts, collisions, and time itself. Standing here, Lin Wei doesn't just see geology. He feels the weight of Earth's memory beneath his boots. Thousands of years from now, these mountains may fade or fall. New layers will form, and the Earth will keep changing. But perhaps someone will stand here again, curious, questioning, learning. That's what Zhangye Danxia offers us, not permanence, but perspective. Many ask, are the colors real or digitally enhanced? The truth, they're real, but only under the right light. Zhangye Danxia is nature's greatest illusionist. It hides its brilliance in plain sight, revealing it only to the patient eye. Lin Wei knows. Magic is often misunderstood science. The story of Zhangye Danxia isn't just written in stone. It's still being written by wind, by time, and by those who care to understand it. Lin Wei leaves the ridge quietly, knowing the mountain will keep speaking. To anyone willing to listen. Subscribe to explore more landscapes where Earth writes its own story.